What is up guys, and welcome back to another TBC Classic video. So yeah, I'm actually done with TBC Classic, at least to some degree. For those of you who don't know, I pay for my game time with in-game gold on retail WoW through WoW tokens that I buy with gold, so I don't have any subscription to cancel, but I've let my game time run out on my second account, and I've barely touched my primary account in weeks. That being said, I still have 15 months of active game time that has been prepaid for through WoW tokens, which means that my main account is still active. I'm just not paying for it, and I'm barely playing on it, and if nothing changes, I have no plans to keep buying game time on it. Before I get any further into the video, I just want to say that we are incredibly close to 30k subscribers, which would be an incredible milestone to hit, and it's my goal to get there by the end of the year, so if you want to help me reach that goal, make sure you slap that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's get to 30k. When it comes to the content you can expect moving forward, pretty much nothing's going to change. I still plan on covering WoW content, I'm still enjoying the game itself, and I'm still keeping up with it, and I plan to keep on covering TBC Classic content, and especially Wrath content, and I might mix in the occasional private server video as well. And for people who want new content on the new games, I plan on covering New World quite a bit when it comes out, and see how that goes, as I've been playing the beta for New World, and it's absolutely awesome. So as someone who's really been enjoying TBC Classic and the entirety of Classic WoW as well this far, this is a fairly painful video for me to make, but the truth is that Blizzard has over time molded TBC Classic into something that I consider no longer worth playing. This all started back at the announcement of TBC Classic, when they decided to bring in the Deluxe Edition containing a new mount that was not available in TBC back in the day, and it was an obvious cash grab. While that alone doesn't take too much quality out of the game, it sets the precedence for Blizzard to add things that were not available back in the day, which is quite literally against what Classic stood for, at least for the community. Even if mounts are just cosmetic, which mount you have resembles something, and having a cool mount usually meant you had to get lucky on drops inside raids, or you would have to grind forever, not just buy it from the in-game cash shop. Top that with the level 58 boost they also introduced or announced, which is also highly against the spirit of Classic WoW, and incredibly toxic to the game itself, and you have an actual recipe for disaster. Adding the level 58 boost without hiring more staff members or Gamemasters to actively look over the player base to identify and ban the bots then shows you that Blizzard don't care about you as a player at all, like pretty much 0%. Anyone could have foreseen from a mile away that a level 58 boost would provide such an easy entry for bots, and that it would just get worse and worse over time, to the point where TBC Classic would be infested with more bots than actual players. Prices of everything is dropping, farming in the open world as a player makes no sense because the value of materials have gone down way too much because of the botting issue, and also the value of gold has gone down to the point where a person can work a 1-hour shift and buy gold and get the same amount of gold as 24 hours of actually farming gold. When it comes to how often the bots are actually banned, a person hit me up and said he had 70 bots in TBC Classic, spread across EU and North America, and while some of his EU bots were banned, not a single one of his US bots have been banned so far, and these are bots that are farming 24/7 in TBC Classic, 70 bots on one PC. He also showed me video proof of this, so I know he's running that many bots, but I only got these texts to refer to as of right now. The level 58 boost also takes a lot of the value out of previously leveled characters. Even though it's only one boost allowed per account, you can easily create multiple accounts, pay a quick buck, and easily have every class at level 60, as long as you just give Blizzard enough money, which indirectly takes away the perceived value of your manually leveled characters, or at least it does in my opinion, because now it sets a price tag on a level 58 character, while in Classic WoW, before the level 58 boost, there was no price tag on a level 58 character. Blizzard not banning bots is also making gold cheaper, because the more bots are actively around farming gold, the less value that farm gold will actually have, and cheaper gold usually means more people buying gold as well. It just makes sense. If you work for 1 hour and you can buy 100,000 gold for that 1 hour of work, you are much more inclined to actually do so than if you only get 50 gold from that 1 hour of work, as long as that gold itself has the same purchasing power. So Blizzard allowing bots to openly farm gold also means they are festering a gold selling and gold buying community, which makes more people raid log, because they can just buy their gold to buy consumables, and then all they have to do is log on to raid, which in my opinion is not a good state for a MMORPG to be in. Now, the level 58 boost and the deluxe edition paid mounts are not the only thing that are bad for the game itself that Blizzard should work on. You also have the faction imbalance across PvP servers, where basically every PvP server is turning into towards a one faction server, as when a PvP server gets to the 60-40 population mark, the minority faction starts transferring off to a different server where that faction is in the majority, causing the other faction to transfer away, and it's a never-ending loop of PvP servers becoming 100% alliance or 100% horde, instead of a healthy 50-50. This is a problem that Blizzard should have thought of from the beginning of Classic WoW, maybe hard-locking PvP servers to a maximum of 55-45 faction split, and maybe even locking server transfers on PvP servers once it goes above the 55-45 faction split. On top of all of this, you have the lawsuit that happened a couple of weeks ago. Maybe it's even been a month by now. Time actually flies, but that lawsuit also makes it even more difficult to convince yourself to keep giving Blizzard money, and the fact that they aren't even taking care of TBC Classic in any meaningful way makes it even more difficult. So at this point I'm actually asking myself if there is a single reason to play TBC Classic over private servers. My original thought was that Classic WoW and TBC Classic would be more authentic vanilla-like servers run by Blizzard, a multi-billion-dollar company that could use their money to provide us with quality servers, as this was, in Blizzard's own words, their gift to the World of Warcraft community. Instead, what happened was we got a pretty good version of Classic WoW and then a milked cash grab TBC Classic. I don't even know why I was expecting anything else, as this is really basic business. You hook the players in, and once they are hooked, you either raise the price or you push lots of purchases on them. You'll even see this strategy in shops as well. You either get free stuff or really cheap stuff for a while, and once you're hooked on it, suddenly the price gets raised. So based on all of this, I've actually started playing on private servers. For me, this is a big deal, as I've never actually actively played on a private server before, and I was pretty much against it for a while for a variety of reasons, mostly because I wanted to wait for Classic WoW to experience most of the vanilla WoW content, and once TBC Classic was announced, I also wanted to wait until TBC Classic to experience the Burning Crusade, as this was the one expansion I never got to play back in the day. Now, with Wrath of the Lich King Classic probably being next on the Classic expansion radar, I've sat down and thought for myself whether I wanted to wait until Wrath Classic to re-experience that expansion, or if I just want to play on private servers and have some fun with it before Wrath Classic, and I've gone with the private server option. This is for a variety of reasons, and I'll get into it now. As I discussed quickly in this video, and I've gone in depth on it in multiple other videos, the botting issue in TBC Classic has completely put me off from playing it. Even if botting doesn't concern you, the fact that Blizzard don't even care about it should show you some hints of what's to come. If Blizzard doesn't value you as a player, and they keep bots around to make money, which is 100% why they're keeping bots around, by the way, then you can rest assured that there will be a level 68 boost in Wrath Classic, there will be another deluxe edition with another paid mount, maybe even a paid flying mount, or a new Proto Drake in Wrath Classic, and you can also rest assured that Blizzard will add the WoW token, so they can control the gold buying and gold selling, and make a profit off it. And while you may not care about any of those things, in my opinion, all of these things are so far from Classic as they can possibly be, and we might as well just be playing retail. I wanted to play Classic to re-experience previous versions of the game without any of the bullshit from retail. While I understand that some of the same problems from TBC Classic are also problems on private servers, such as botting for example, they are much smaller problems, and when you report someone, on most private servers each report is looked at by an actual person instead of an automated response, meaning that if you report a bot there is a very high likelihood that that bot actually gets banned. So while it's just as easy to actually bot on private servers as it is on Classic, once you report that bot, it will get banned, while on TBC Classic I can report the same bot twice, show video proof of the bot botting, and it will still not get banned. On top of that, you don't have any paid level 58 boosts or a paid deluxe edition. Well, I guess that might depend on the private server, or which private server you play on, but in general, private servers provide a much more authentic, vanilla-like experience without any of the bullshit, and while private servers usually have an experience boost like a plus 200%, plus 300%, or a plus 700% experience gain while leveling and so on, that is an optional boost that you can usually turn on or turn off, and best of all, it's free. It's not a paid boost, and even with that boost you still have to actually go through the leveling experience itself, and you have to experience the different zones and quests and dungeons. So to sum this video up, I feel like private servers offer a more authentic, vanilla-like experience with much less botting, much less exploiting, no paid level 58 boost, no paid mount, and in many cases an even better community than Classic WoW currently has. And to top it all off, private servers are completely free to play. It's just in a moral grey zone that each of us have to ask ourselves whether or not we want to actually go for it, but until Blizzard gets their shit together for TBC Classic, I'm just not having fun playing it. So that's it folks, let me know in the comments down below whether or not you are playing TBC Classic or private servers, or maybe you're even playing both. Remember to smash that like button so we can push the video into the algorithm, and if you haven't subscribed yet, well, you made it to the end of the video, so you might as well hit that subscribe button and help me get to 30k. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you again very soon.